but honestly I didn't know what a sewage enforcement officer was and didn't really like the sounds of it. But I've come to find out that it is indeed a profession and one that is enjoyable. Look at it as an SEO position, as a liaison between DEP and the landowner. We help them achieve their desires. In most cases, it works out quite well. During one of the projects that I had been working on, I met Joe Hunt. And Joe is just a great guy. If you ever met Joe, he's very likable right from the start. And it was about 6 months or so, maybe a little bit longer later than that, but he had called me and said, would you be interested in doing some soils examinations on well pads? At that time, JHA was very heavily vested into the oil industry, or gas industry rather, and part of that process of permitting requires soils analysis. After meeting Joe for a while, we talked about it, and I said, I'll do it as a subcontractor. So for about 6 months, I worked with Joe, and we hit it off quite well. And one day he approached me and said, you know, he had had some background in municipal services in a prior engineering position and was interested in starting a municipal services division in our area, and asked me with my background if I would be interested in doing that. So we did. It was kind of a test program. We weren't sure whether it was going to work, but we said we'd give it a couple of years and see how it took off. That was about 10.5 years ago, and I had brought in with me 8 municipalities that I was the sewage enforcement officer in to JHA. And we started to grow, and we started to grow, and we started to grow. And as of today, I think we have 30 or 31 municipalities that we represent as their sewage enforcement officer. So it's been a great journey up to this point. When you have 31 municipalities and the phone's ringing and the emails are coming in, it gets quite hectic at times. We do have some help. We have a couple of other SEOs within JHA that I can tap on the shoulder and say, help, you know, they come in and bail me out. We do have an alternate SEO at times when I can't do the work, can't keep up. We bring an alternate SEO in. So with that support staff of SEOs, we're actually able to keep up with what we have right now. If you have a problem, people don't run from you, they run to you. And that's very true. And it's kind of unique. It says a lot about the company that Joe has set up here. It's running on a very good energy. The law in Pennsylvania requires soil testing before you can get a building permit. There's a lot of different things that come to an SEO. Typically you're dealing with a property owner who has a desire to put a septic system in. Sometimes they have a problem with their existing septic system. Could be a subdivision, land development project that we have to interface with DEP, get their approvals. Those type of projects are a challenge. Oftentimes they take a little while, and it's a skill that is learned over time on how to deal with those type of projects. No matter what we're doing in our day-to-day work, whether it's a phone call, email, or solving a problem, sometime addressing a problem, I think that core value, if we carry that through our workday in our life, I think that's just a great platform to work from. People really do matter.